Hey guys, hi everyone, hello. Hi guys, how are you all? Guys, if you can see me, if you can hear me, just write you in the chat box. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So we have non-stop gamer, Dhan gamer, Amrita Singh, Deepak, Pranati, Om Prakash, Shri Hari, Anuradha, Ritika, Priyanka, Anmol, Uday, Sachin, MNR, Deepak, Devraj, Amrita. Okay, very nice. Sakshi is here. Little stuff is here. Some Chauhan. Jay Chauhan. Very good, guys. Siddhi, Nishant, Aryan. Very good, very good. So, guys, welcome back. Welcome to Vedantu's J channel. I hope all of you are doing fine. And as I said, if you are on our Telegram channel as well, I told you that we are starting a new chapter today. Okay. So, this is the session that is done for people who are going to appear for JEE in the year of 2022. That means for people who are moving to 11th standard. And very recently, your board results came. Okay. So, I hope that all of you did well. Okay, so before even you thought that how much you are going to score in your 10th standard boards, we have already covered so many chapters of 11th standard preparation. Okay, starting from units and dimensions, vectors, calculus, motion in 1D, projectile motion, relative motion, laws of motion, work power energy, circular motion. All these chapters have already been completed. Okay, yes, Pranati, crows are fine. I'm also good. Very good. So I welcome you all once again. Yes, this session is for NEET students as well. Hari, if you want to attend these sessions for NEET preparation, this is for JEE as well as NEET 2022. As in anybody who is preparing for any of these two examination, for in fact any examination which is related to engineering or medical, and students will be appearing for that exam in 2022 can appear for this examination. Okay, Priyanka, that's fine. So guys, if you are new on the channel, as I can see, Priyanka is new like that. Maybe some of you are also new on this channel. So let me start off with my introduction. So guys, this is me, your Suri sir. I am an alumnus of IIT Bombay, and on this amazing channel, I'm known as Mugambo. Why am I called Mugambo? Is because when you will crack this examination of JEE, Mugambo khush hoga. Okay, okay, awesome. If you are new, then probably you would want to know that for the year of 2022, those who are preparing for JEE or NEET, what is the schedule that we follow here. So guys, every day at 7 p.m. we meet to discuss theory of physics, chemistry and maths, and at 8 p.m. on 3 days of the week we meet to discuss purely MCQs. So today being Friday, we are here at 7 o'clock, and today at 8 o'clock you will have a chemistry MCQ session as well. And if you are not aware about the teachers, you already know me. I am your physics teacher. Love sir is your chemistry teacher, and Arvind sir is your mathematics teacher. Okay, guys. So this is what the session is for. Okay. Yes. Any examination that you are preparing for. Okay, Yogesh. Any examination that you are preparing for, which is related to engineering or medical, if you are an engineering or medical aspirant for year 2022, then you should be on this session on these time slots every day. ठीक है, तो हर रोज हम लोग 7 बजे मिलते हैं और 8 बजे भी हम लोग मिलते हैं. किस किस दिन मिलते हैं हम? ट्यूसडे, फ्राइडे और सैटरडेज को. ओके गाइस, नाउ you should know that Vedantu जो है, it is not only a platform which is on YouTube. Rather, we have a very massively big and humongously awesome platform of our own where students come and study and prepare for all the engineering and medical entrance examination. In fact, much more than that, students starting from very early in their schools till 12th standard study on Vedantu's platform. In fact, I would like to share some success story from last year, that is 2019. We had 7 students who cracked JEE advanced with top 100 ranks. Okay, 35%, 35 students got 99 percentile score in the JEE main examination last year. 20 students got selected for Kishore Vaigyanik Protsahan Yojana, the scholarship examination, and 56% students scored 95 percentile plus in CBSE 10 standard examination. Not just that, we had All India rank 1, All India rank 697, and All India rank 41 in the JEE advanced examination. Not just that, guys, you know that Vedantu's app, which is there, Vedantu's app has a rating of 4.8 out of 5 on Play Store. Around 500 plus cities across the world are the cities where students are studying on Vedantu platform. Over 11 lakh hours of live teaching has already been done, and over 9 lakh students have prepared for different examination on this platform. So if you are interested in becoming a part of this family, then there is an awesome opportunity for you by subscribing yourself with Vedantu Pro. And in Vedantu Pro, you are not just going to get live interactive sessions, assignments and notes and test series and analysis. What makes it even more awesome, guys, is that you can study at your own speed at any time whenever you want to, and that too live. Okay, so when you take up subscription of Pro, you can enter into any classroom of any teacher, and you can study from the teacher whom you want to study with. So say if you want to study physics with me on Vedantu platform, that is quite possible. Okay, guys, not just that, for any teachers you want to study with, you can study. And not just that, there are a lot of things which you will get along with this subscription. Let me tell you how exactly this platform looks like. So this is a glimpse of the platform which we call as Wave. This is the very own Vedantu's platform. This is not any. This is actually a made in India platform, I would say. And this is Pulkit sir who's teaching, taking a session. This is where students are able to interact with each other and with teacher. This is where they are able to ask their doubts, and this is where teacher is explaining a concept live. Okay, so I know that on YouTube you are coming, you are studying, but then what happens, sometimes you want to get your doubts also solved. Okay, so if you are interested in taking your preparation to a notch above and you want to take it to a even more serious level, then definitely और भी ज़्यादा अच्छे से आप पढ़ सकते हो on the Vedantu's platform. Okay, guys, yeah. So how can you enroll if you are interested? This is the link which you are supposed to follow, which is available in the description box. When you will click on this link available in the description, you will be taken to Vedantu's homepage. First, you will have to select which standard you are going to study with. Okay, if you are moving to 11th, select 11th over there, and accordingly the examination that you are going to prepare for. So NEET or JEE, whichever exam. Okay, so there are multiple subscriptions available: 1 month, quarterly, half yearly, or annually. You can see that the difference is, if you go by longer subscription, then obviously the per month cost is very less. In fact, if you go by this, then it roughly comes down to 75 rupees per day, which is, I think, is not a very big price. In fact, that's a quite reasonable price for you to continue your preparation even during this pandemic time. Okay, so if you are interested in first trying out, then you can go for this 1 month subscription first, and then later on you can jump to the different subscriptions. Okay. Also, guys, if you are going to enroll right now, then follow this link in the description. You will be also getting a 15% additional discount by using this coupon code, which is SM Pro. Okay, so SM Pro code use kar lo, and you will be able to get an additional 15% discount. Okay, guys, cool. And if you are new on Vedantu's YouTube channel, then definitely right now subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon as well, so that whenever your Suri sir comes live, you get the notification. Okay. So guys, are you all ready to start the new chapter? This is the new chapter for all of us who are preparing for JEE 2022 or NEET 2022. I can see some medical aspiring students are also here. So guys, if you are all ready, crash course is also there. Rashid, stay tuned. I will tell you the details towards the end. Okay. So guys, shall we start? Are you all ready? Come on, make some noise guys. Let's start. Very nice. Cool guys. So let's start. Center of mass for discrete mass system is the name of the session for today. So guys, let's first understand what exactly is a center of mass. So center of mass is something that you might not have heard about, but I'm sure center of gravity you might have heard about. It is very much similar to it, at least in terms of the understanding part. Just have a look at the animation. What you see there, this green dot is the point which is following this parabolic path, the projectile motion, while the bottom end of this hammer, look at the bottom end guys, it will follow some random path. In fact, the top end of the hammer is also going to follow some random path. But if you will follow the center of mass, it is coming out to be following a parabolic path which is expected for a particle or a ball which is thrown at some angle, right? So when we throw any object at some angle with some velocity u at an angle theta, we expect it to follow a parabolic path. But the entire body is actually following a very complex path. So in such cases, when your body is following a very complex path and you still want to study its mechanics, then the study is possible by study of its center of mass. Okay guys? Yes Anjali, thank you. Yeah, it's Thor's hammer you can say. So दोस्तों, I'll explain that in Hindi as well. बहुत बार अब तक जो हम लोगों ने स्टडीज किए थे, जो भी ऑब्जेक्ट्स के बारे में हम बात कर रहे थे, all those objects were small objects, point masses. But the realistic objects which are moving around us, they are not point masses. The cars, the vehicles, all the trains, and anything which moves basically, those things are not point particles. In fact, many times the motion happens so randomly that you cannot say that entire body is following a particular straight path. This is one of the examples of that as well, where the body is following a very complex path. So in order to study it still its mechanics part, then there exists a point about which the body, its whole mass, we assume is supposed to be concentrated. Okay, means what? Just imagine any object. If you try to compress it, theoretically, if you try to compress it and convert it into a point mass, then where should you put that mass on that body is what we call as the center of mass. Like if I try to balance this pen on my fingers, you'll be able to see that there is only one fixed point where this balancing happens. Yes or no, guys? So this balancing happens at a particular point only. If I will try to do it here, you can see that the pen falls. If I will try to balance it anywhere here, it will actually be following again and falling again and again. So there exists only one point about which the entire body's mass is theoretically concentrated. That is the point which we call as the point which is center of mass. Okay guys, CUM stands for center of mass. Okay guys? Yeah, perfect. परफेक्ट. तो प्रैक्टिकली ऐसा है नहीं कि पूरा मास एक ही जगह पे रखा हुआ है, पर हम ऐसा अज्यूम करते हैं कि एक ऐसा पॉइंट है बॉडी में जो बॉडी के अंदर भी हो सकता है, बॉडी के बाहर भी एग्जिस्ट कर सकता है. वी विल स्पीक अबाउट डिफरेंट डिफरेंट रिजिड बॉडीज जिनके सेंटर ऑफ मास के लोकेशंस के बारे में भी बात करेंगे हम आने वाले सेशंस में. बट एज ऑफ नाउ द ओनली डेफिनेशन दैट यू शुड कीप इन माइंड इज दैट सेंटर ऑफ मास इज एन इमेजिनरी पॉइंट. Okay, it's an imaginary point about which the entire mass of the body is concentrated, means compress करके हमने पूरा mass वहां पे रख दिया है. Okay guys, very good. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Okay guys, one more super cool visualization that I want you people to see. See guys, that red parabolic path, are you all able to see that? Yes, ring का center of mass बाहर होता है. We'll speak about that again later on. But अभी के लिए have a look at the super cool visualization guys. जो ये baseball का bat है, look at this baseball bat guys. You see that there is only one point about which the body is entirely rotating. When it is free to rotate, there is only one point which is following this parabolic path, while the entire body is following a very random path, right? Yeah. So the point about which the entire body, when it is freely rotating, The center of mass is that point about which the entire body is going to rotate. So when you try to throw the entire body in this particular complex motion, then the only point which will follow the intended trajectory, जो trajectory हम चाहते थे कि as a point mass एक body को follow करना चाहिए, so point mass जो ये path follow करेगा, which was intended to, that point mass is basically nothing else but center of mass. Okay, perfect. Yes, it's a great animation, right? So guys, when we are going to study the center of mass, there are two possibilities with which we are going to study the center of mass. One is called discrete particle system or discrete mass system. The other one is called continuous mass system. Discrete mass system is that where your masses have separate boundaries from each other, when you can individually locate them, just like all the planets of solar system can be individually located. So they are basically discrete mass systems. But when we speak about, say, anything, say if I speak about this pen, then this pen has, it is actually made up of multiple particles, but I cannot distinguish where exactly one particle starts and it ends. So such objects where you cannot distinguish the location of different particles, that is basically what we call as a continuous mass system. Okay guys, so today we are going to talk about the center of mass of discrete particle system or discrete mass system. So how we are going to find out the center of mass of different particles which are placed in a form of a system. Okay, so if I consider that m1 is placed somewhere here at a location of r1, so its coordinates are maybe x1, y1 and z1. Similarly, M2 is placed over here. Its position vector is R2 vector. Coordinates are x2, y2, and z2. Similarly, for M3, the position vector is R3. You understood it is x3, y3, and z3. And lastly, it is M4, whose location is found by or represented by your position vector R4. Its coordinates are x4, y4, and z4. Okay guys, so when we try to find out the location of center of mass, we actually try to locate it by the balancing of its mass moment. When you are multiplying this values, you are using this formula, you will be able to find out the location of center of mass. Okay, not getting into the derivation. So how we are going to write down the expression of x coordinate of center of mass, maybe somewhere here is going to be the location of your center of mass. Okay, so how much mass is going to be located on center of mass, guys? So center of mass will have the entire mass of the system, that is m1 plus m2 plus m3 plus m4, or as many masses are available there. Okay, so you can see that how we are going to find the x coordinate. It is m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m3 x3 up till mn xn. जितने भी masses हैं उनका x coordinate multiply करो उनके masses से, add करते चले जाओ and then divided by the total mass of the system. How we are going to find out the x coordinate? Find out m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m3 x3, जितने भी particles हैं उनके लिए ऐसा लिखते जाओ, then divided by m1 plus m2 plus m3 up till the total mass. सेम चीज हम कर रहे हैं y coordinate find out करने के लिए भी, m1 y1 plus m2 y2 up till mn yn divided by the total mass, and same for z coordinate, and like that you can find out the position vector. Position vector is basically m1 r1 plus m2 r2 up till mn rn divided by the total mass of the system. Okay guys, understood? Say if you have only two particles, so for a two particle system, the center of mass will always lie on the line joining them. So somewhere here is your center of mass, which is m1 plus m2. So if I'm interested in locating the center of mass coordinates, so अगर मैं center of mass के coordinates पता लगाना चाहता हूँ x, y और z, तो वही formula use करेंगे. X coordinate हो जाएगा m1 x1 plus m2 x2 divided by m1 plus m2. Similarly, y coordinate हो जाएगा m1 y1 plus m2 y2 divided by m1 plus m2. And last is your z coordinate. That's how you'll be able to find out all the three coordinates. Very good. Jobert, very good. Okay, so we'll be, just remember that center of mass will lie on the straight line joining m1 and m2. Okay, similarly, if the particles are going to move, if your particles are going to move, can I say their x and y and z coordinates will change? So if their coordinates will change, that simply means r1 will change, r2 will change. तो अगर मैंने find out किया value as dr by dt, then this dr by dt will represent nothing but the velocity. So if I want to find out the velocity of center of mass, I will simply differentiate this equation. So dr by dt will be m1 dr by dt, m2 dr by dt, m3 dr by dt divided by the total mass. That means what? What we are going to get is m1 dr1 by dt plus m2 dr2 by dt. जितने भी masses है उनके लिए उनका location change हो रहा है, so उनके position vectors का rate of change of time, rate of change of displacement with time हम लोग find out कर लेंगे, and then this is total mass divided by that. Okay. So what do we have here? dr1 by dt is v1, dr2 by dt is v2. Like that, what we have is m1 v1 plus m2 v2 plus m3 v3 up till mn vn divided by m. This is the formula for velocity of center of mass. Okay. So if I take this mass and multiply it with the velocity here, guys, I hope you are paying attention, everyone. Yeah. तो अगर मैं इस मास को वेलोसिटी ऑफ सेंटर ऑफ मास से मल्टीप्लाई कर देता हूँ, so what am I getting is the total momentum of the system. Okay, this is basically the linear momentum of the entire system. Okay, just by multiplying the mass or entire mass of the system, which is location of center of mass, multiply this by the velocity of center of mass, you get the value of the entire momentum of the system. Okay, theoretical concept again. Okay, similarly, if I differentiate the velocity also, what am I going to get is the acceleration of center of mass, which is m1 a1 plus m2 a2 plus m3 a3 up till mn an divided by mass. अगर total mass यहाँ ले जाओगे तो it is mass into acceleration, which is nothing but the force which is experienced. So this is force experienced by first particle, force experienced by second particle, like that, nth particle. So this is nothing but net external force on system. System पे लगने वाला net external force is basically your mass of the entire system multiplied by the acceleration of center of mass. Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome once again those who are joining us right now. Okay, cool. So guys, if momentum of the entire system is mass into velocity and force is defined by second law of motion, you remember this is second law of motion. So according to second law of motion, the rate of change of linear momentum is understood as the external force. So if I put it here, what do I get is the rate of change of linear momentum. I can put this here. So F equal to ma is what I get. But guys, if and if, say if the external force acting on the system is zero, there is no external force acting on the system, so we can say that the differentiation of momentum is going to get zero, and differentiation only becomes zero when the quantity is constant. What do we understand this as? We say this is law of conservation of momentum. ओके, मीन्स व्हाट? ऐसा हो सकता है कि इंडिविजुअल पार्टिकल्स का मोमेंटम चेंज हो रहा हो. ओके, ऐसा हो सकता है कि इंडिविजुअल पार्टिकल्स का मोमेंटम चेंज हो रहा हो, लेकिन अगर सिस्टम में बाहर से कोई फोर्स नहीं लग रहा होगा तो सिस्टम का ओवरऑल मोमेंटम कभी भी चेंज नहीं होगा. इसका सबसे बेस्ट एग्जांपल जो हम लोग बोलते हैं, दैट इज रिकॉइलिंग ऑफ अ गन. व्हेनेवर फ्रॉम अ गन anybody is going to fire a bullet, so what happens? The bullet gains the momentum in the particular direction, but always and always the gun and the person who's holding the gun is always recoiled back. हमेशा ऐसा होता है, right? So अगर बुलेट आगे जाएगी तो जो भी आदमी उस गन को होल्ड करता है वो हमेशा पीछे की तरफ उसे एक झटका लगता है. So that is basically telling you that whenever in this particular case, when a person is holding a gun and on that gun when he is going to fire a bullet, then bullet with mass m, velocity v1, m1 v1 will move to this side. Then it is happening because of a force which is applied by the bullet and the person on the gun, on the bullet, right? So gun and the person are applying a force F on the bullet, and same force as a reaction. This was the action force. So reaction force will be experienced by the gun and the person. Can I say that effectively बाहर से कोई भी force नहीं लगा? We can say that F external in this case is actually equal to zero. And if external becomes 0, then overall momentum has to be conserved. To make the momentum conserved, the person along with the gun will move back with a velocity that is v2. So we say that here m1 v1 plus m2 v2 will be equal to 0, and we can say m1 v1 will be equal to minus of m2 v2, which is what, जितना मोमेंटम लेके बुलेट फॉरवर्ड साइड में जा रही है उतना ही नेगेटिव मोमेंटम लेके पर्सन along with the gun will come back. Okay, very good guys, very good. So this is what is going to be the application of law of conservation of momentum. Okay, we'll see some examples based upon what we have seen today. Okay, yeah. So guys, let's see and try to solve questions based upon what we have studied today. Question number 1 says that you have two particles of mass 1 kg and 2 kg which are located at x equal to 0. So at x equal to 0 you have m1, and at x equal to 3 you have mass m2 which is 2 kg. So m1 is 1 kg, m2 is 2 kg. So you have to locate the center of mass. Obviously somewhere here is going to be your center of mass. Center of mass is always closer to the mass which is heavier, obviously. So we will use the formula m1x1 plus m2x2 divided by m1 plus m2. Have you guys got the answer? So m1 is 1 kg, x1 x coordinate is 0, plus m2 mass is 2 kg and x2 coordinate is 3. Total mass is 1 plus 2. This comes out to be 2 into 3 by 3. That means 2 meters is what we get. Okay guys, the answer comes out to be option A. Very good. Deepak, Yobert, Sonia, Pranati, Jaslina, Shahid, Anjali, Akansha, Anzil, Anuradha, Deepak, Anmol, Tanuja, Pranati, Alok, Jayesh, Ritika, Sanjay, Amit, Amrita, Amrish, Akansha, Alu. Wow, yeah, very good. Tejaswini, everybody, very good, guys. Keep it up. Keep solving the questions like that. Next question for all of you. Question says that we have four particles which are located like this. This particle is mass 1 kg, this is 2 kg, this is 3 kg, and this is 4 kg. Coordinates are also given to us. We have to find out the x and y coordinates of the center of mass. Okay, guys. So let's try to simplify this. We have already mass 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg and 4 kg, right? That's what it is. A, B, C, D are the masses placed like this. So let's try to find out the x coordinate of center of mass. For that, all the x coordinates are given to you. So first particle is m1. Okay, we are going to go by the formula. X coordinate of center of mass is m1 x1 plus m2 x2 up till mn xn divided by m1 plus m2 up till mn, right? So first particle का mass है 1 kg, उसका x coordinate है 0. सेकेंड पार्टिकल का मास है 2 kg, उसका x coordinate है 1. थर्ड पार्टिकल का मास है 3 kg, उसका x coordinate भी है 1. थर्ड पार्टिकल का मास है 4 kg बट उसका x coordinate है 0. इसका x coordinate ये देखो, x coordinate 0, x coordinate 1, x coordinate 1 and x coordinate 0. So accordingly we have written that. और टोटल मास कितना हो जाएगा दोस्तों? It will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So what do I have here? We see that these parts become 0. We have 2 plus 3 which is 5 divided by 10. So we have 0.5 if units are in meters. Yes, so it is 0.5 meters, the x coordinate of center of mass. Let's try to find out the y coordinate. Particle, this is your particle 1, that is 1 kg, y coordinate is 1. Second particle is 2 kg, y coordinate is 1. This particle has y coordinate 0, so 3 multiplied with 0, and then 4 also has y coordinate 0, whole divided by 10 again. So you can see that ये तो 0 हो जाएंगे, and what I am getting is 3 by 10 or simply 0.3 meter. So हमारा आंसर आ जाता है, okay, फॉर्मूला लिख देता हूं मैं. Formulas are very similar. Okay, people, got the answer? 0.5 and 0.3. This is the x coordinate and y coordinate. We got the answer as option B. Very good, guys, very good. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Keep it up. Keep it up. Let's go to the next question quickly. So this time we again have three particles which are placed. Their masses are zero point 0.5, 1.5 and 1 kg. They are placed such that the sides are 4, 3 and 5. So it's a right angle triangle. Again we have to locate the center of mass. Okay guys. So एक काम करते हैं, इसे 0,0 समझ लेते हैं. So definitely on x axis this will be 4 comma 0, and on y axis the coordinates will be 0 comma 3. Okay guys, so let's try to find out the x coordinate of center of mass. So first is 0.5 multiplied with 0, x coordinate 0 है. दूसरा पार्टिकल है 1.5, उसका x कोऑर्डिनेट भी 0 है. और तीसरा पार्टिकल है 1 kg मास, उसका x कोऑर्डिनेट है 4. Okay, obviously in centimeter it is given. And 0.5 plus 1.5 plus 1, this comes out to be how much guys? Total mass, this is 2 plus 1, that is 3 kg. Okay, so यहाँ पे 3 से डिवाइड कर दो, ये पूरा पार्ट 0 हो जाता है. आई एम गेटिंग 4/3, that means x coordinate comes out to be 1.3 something. So 1.3 centimeter is what I am getting as my x coordinate. So 1.3, that means C और D तो आंसर होने वाला नहीं है. Okay? Very good अनुराधा. Let's try the y coordinate guys. So y coordinate में 0.5 का y coordinate भी 0 है, 1.5 का y coordinate 3 है और 1 मास का y coordinate 0 है और total mass 3 है. ये और ये कैंसिल हो जाता है. So 3 और 3 कैंसिल कर दोगे. So what do I have is 1.5 centimeters. That means what? Our answer finally comes out to be option A. Very good. Very good, guys. Very good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Deepak, Jaslina, Amrit, Anuradha, Anmol, Ashish, Sonia, Dhan, Tejaswini, Devendra, Simran, Amrita, Himanshu, Non-Stop Gamer, Amrish, Akansha, Jaslina, Pranati, David. Very good, yeah. Very good, guys. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Let's go to the next question. Okay, now this one has position vectors given to us, and question wants us to find out the position vector of the center of mass. Masses are given as 1, 2 and 3. That means the total mass of the system is 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is 6 kg. So center of mass पे आने वाला mass है 6 kg. So I have to find out the position vector of center of mass, which is m1 r1 plus m2 r2 plus m3 r3 divided by total mass. तो एक काम करते हैं, पहले m1 r1 पता लगा लेते हैं. So that is 1 multiplied by this vector, so that will come out to be I cap plus 4j cap plus k cap, मतलब vector as it is. नेक्स्ट फाइंड आउट करते हैं m2 r2. सो m2 r2 जो है उसके लिए मुझे 2 को मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा इस वेक्टर से. ओके, सो व्हेन दैट हैपेंस आई हैव 2 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 2 k cap, and last is m3 r3. For that I will have to multiply 3 with this position vector, so that is 6 I cap minus 3 j cap minus 6 k cap. तो अगर मुझे एम एन आर एन चाहिए तो इन सबको ऐड कर दो, मतलब मुझे न्यूमरेटर चाहिए. ओके, सो दैट कम्स आउट टू बी 6 plus 2 plus 1, that is 9 I cap, and 6 minus 3, that means plus 3 j cap, and 6 minus 3 minus 3 k cap. That means this is 3 taken common. I get it as 3 I cap plus j cap minus k cap. So I already have this. Total mass का value भी मुझे पता है. So now let's try to find out RCM, which is going to be this vector, that is 3 I cap plus j cap minus k cap divided by the total mass, which is 6 kg. So what do I get, guys? RCM comes out to be half 3 I cap plus j cap minus k cap. What do we have as the answers, guys? Yes, answer comes out to be option A, which is half 3 I cap plus j cap minus k cap. Very good, very good, very good. Non-stop gamer. Very good, Simran, Anirudh, Mehran, Jaslina, Ashish, Sonia, Ritu, Ritika, Non-stop gamer again. Very good, guys. Patel Dev also. Very good. Let's go forward quickly. Question says that we have two bodies of masses 2 and 4 kgs. They are moving with velocity 10 and 2 respectively towards each other. Okay, towards each other they are moving. So one particle of 2 kg is moving with a velocity v1, and other particle of mass 4 kg is moving with velocity v2. So definitely direction is opposite. So center of mass का velocity पता लगाना है. So velocity of center of mass is going to be m1 v1 plus m2 v2 divided by m1 plus m2. Okay, guys. So mass 2 kg moving with 10 meter per second, mass 4 kg moving with velocity minus 2 meters per second. Remember this negative, okay? And total mass becomes 6. So this is 20 minus 8 by 6, which is 12 by 6, or simply 2 meters per second. Got it, everyone? Answer comes out to be option C. Okay, Amrit Paswan, congratulations if you cracked ND examinations. Very good. Okay, awesome, guys, awesome. How do we know it's negative? Is because question says that they are moving towards each other. तो अगर एक पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन में मूव कर रहा है तो दूसरे को नेगेटिव डायरेक्शन में मूव करना पड़ेगा. अगर हमने अपोजिट भी ले लिया तो भी हमारा आंसर -2 मीटर्स पर सेकेंड आएगा. बट फिर ऑप्शन सारे ही पॉजिटिव हैं तो हम सिर्फ मैग्नीट्यूड लिख देंगे. Okay, guys, we only need the magnitude. But definitely one of the velocities have to be kept negative. या तो इसे -2 लिखो या इसे -10 लिखो. Okay. Next one, guys. This time we have this two particles again which have mass 2 and 4 kgs. They are approaching each other with accelerations given to us. We have to find out the acceleration of center of mass and the direction of acceleration also. So again, guys, look at this. This is 2 kg mass moving with acceleration a1, and I have 4 kg mass moving with acceleration a2. So acceleration of center of mass पता लगाते हैं. So that is 2 into a1, which is positive, and 4 acceleration a2 is -2. I have to put it as negative. Okay, and the total mass is 6. So this is 2 minus 8 by 6, which comes out to be -1 meters per second square. What does it mean, guys? Negative is what I am getting as my answer, and negative means the center of mass is moving towards 2 kg body. Okay, guys, one thing that I need to correct here, and that is the units. Okay, accelerations are meters per second square. So what are we getting as our answer? Answer is none of these, I would say. Answer is none of these. Yes, guys. This is 2 into 1, 4 into 2. Answer is none of these, right? Answer is none of these. It should be 1 meter per second square, that too towards 2 kg body. Okay, everyone? Yep, minus basically tells you the negative direction. Okay. In fact, one more possibility, guys. Just a second. Huh? One more possibility. Let me consider that 4 kg body is moving towards this side. No, still it will come out to be opposite direction only. It will move towards 2 kg body only. It will move towards 2 kg body. So 1 meter per second square moving towards 2 kg body only. Definitely. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to this one. This says that we have two particles of equal mass. They have velocities v1 and v2 given to us. First particle has acceleration I cap plus j cap, while the second particle has zero acceleration. So the center of mass is moving along which direction or which path is followed. So velocity of center of mass अगर देखेंगे तो m taken common, I have v1 plus v2 divided by the total mass, which is 2m. Okay, तो m cancel हो जाता है. So I get 4 I cap plus 4 j cap by 2, which is basically 2 I cap plus 2 j cap. This is the velocity of center of mass. If I look at acceleration of center of mass, then I have mass taken common. I have a1 plus a2. Okay, divided by 2m. So m again cancel हो जाता है. I have I cap plus j cap as the acceleration of first particle. Second particle का 0 acceleration. This is 2. So I have 0.5 I cap plus 0.5 j cap. Which means what, guys? If you look at velocity vector and acceleration vector, velocity vector is parallel to acceleration vector. Yes or no, guys? They are numerical multiples of each other. And whenever you have velocity and acceleration in the same direction, if you have velocity and acceleration in the same direction, that simply means that the body is moving in the straight line. जिस direction में force लग रहा है उसी direction में body जा रही है. Okay, okay, everyone, cool. Moving on to this one, this says that we have a flat car of mass capital M, which is at rest on a frictionless floor with a child of mass M standing at its edge. So there is a boy who's standing on the edge of the cart. So if the child will jump off the car towards the right side with initial velocity u with respect to the car, we have to find the velocity of the car after its jump. It's a very, very, very typical question of conservation of linear momentum. Always remember that. Okay, such questions are going to be typical questions for law of conservation of momentum, because when the person will jump off, he will apply a force on the cart and the cart will apply the same force on the boy, so the net external force will become zero. So we can say that the center of mass initially was at rest, so it will remain at rest. So P initial of the system and P final of the system will be equal and will also be 0. Not just that, guys, M1, if I try to talk about that, we can say that the velocity of the boy with respect to the cart is equal to velocity of the boy minus velocity of the cart, क्योंकि हमें velocity जो दिया है वो with respect to the car दिया हुआ है. So velocity of the boy with respect to the car is u. Velocity of the boy we do not know, and after that velocity of the cart is in the negative direction. That's why putting it as minus v. So when you take it here, velocity of the boy comes out to be u plus v. Okay, are you getting it, guys? Velocity of boy with respect to cart is velocity of boy minus velocity of the cart. Cart is going to the left hand side, that's why I'm putting it as. Okay, so velocity of boy is what I needed. Velocity of the boy is towards the right side. Velocity of the cart is towards the left side. So minus v is what I used, and it came out to be u plus v. Okay. Oh, sorry, just a second. It will become minus. Correct. You are right. My mistake here. That's where I was also getting confused, because this plus and plus minus will become plus, so it will go here. It will become u minus v. Thank you for correcting me, John Cena. Thank you for correcting me. Jumped a step here. So now mass of the boy into velocity of the boy plus mass of the cart into velocity of the cart. This should be equal to 0, going by the total momentum, P final. Okay, guys, and because they are moving in the opposite direction, can I say that magnitude wise these two should be equal to each other? Magnitude wise they will be equal, right? So mass of the boy, velocity of the boy is u minus v, rather speed. Mass of the cart is m, velocity of the cart is v. So value of velocity of the cart v comes out to be, we needed v, right? So let's try to simplify this. I have mu equal to m plus small m into v. V comes out to be mu upon m plus m. Okay. Yes, Patel, that's what we get as the answer. Okay, everyone. Very nice. Yes, these type of questions very well come in JEE examination. Okay. Okay, guys. Moving on to this one, we have again law of conservation of momentum question. A bomb of mass 16 kg at rest explodes into pieces of mass 4 kg and 12 kg. The velocity of the 12 kg mass is 4 meter per second. We have to find out the kinetic energy of the other one. So again, these are the question where P initial equal to P final is equal to 0, because initially this was the bomb which was at rest. Then this is the pieces of the bomb which are now moving. So for momentum to be 0, the m1 v1 should be equal to m2 v2 finally, right? So first particle has mass 4, its velocity we don't know. Second particle has mass 12, its velocity is 4. So velocity of first particle comes out to be 12 मीटर पर सेकेंड, और इसी का काइनेटिक एनर्जी हमें पता लगाना है. That is going to be half m1 v1 square. So that is half into 4 into 12 square. That comes out to be 2 into 144, or simply 288 joules. Have we got this? Option B, yes. Yes, Narayana, welcome. Very good, guys. Very good. Okay, now this question, guys, we have two masses which are moving. You know that in such cases, when we find out the acceleration of the masses, it comes out to be m2 minus m1 upon m1 plus m2 into g. We did this question in NLM. So m2 ka value is 2 kg, m1 ka value is 1. This is 2 plus 1 into g. So their acceleration magnitude comes out to be g by 3 individually. Now question is asking you to find out the acceleration of the center of mass. Okay, so we can say that for acceleration of center of mass, it will be m1 a1 plus m2 a2 divided by m1 plus m2, right? So m1 is 1, a1 is a, m2 is 2, a2 is minus a, and this is 1 plus 2. That means a minus 2a divided by 3, which is minus a by 3. This is acceleration of center of mass. So if I just find out its magnitude, then that is going to be a by 3. A ka value is g by 3. Putting it here, sorry, a ka value came out to be g by 3, right? So if I put that here, I get the answer as g by 9. Yeah, the answer comes out to be option B. We are only talking about the magnitude of acceleration of center of mass. Okay. Okay. Next is your homework question. Everyone, please take a screenshot. I'll not be reading the question. Okay, it's a question where projectile motion is involved, and a body is being thrown. It explodes into two pieces. One body halts here, the other body goes forward. You have to find out how much this body, the second piece, 3m mass goes here, m mass goes here, and 4m mass falls here, the center of mass. You have to find out the value of x. These are your options. I want your answers in the comment section. Okay, everyone. Now for those people who want to know how can you cover up the topics which I have already covered before this, many chapters have already been done. So if you are interested, guys, for that you need to go on the channel playlist and look for the channel playlist 2022. You'll be able to attend all the lectures. You can see the lectures which I have already done. Okay. Also, if you are a student who's aspiring for JEE 2020, then for 2020, as the examination is now going to happen in the month of September, so we have another crash course which is starting on 20th of July. Okay, somebody asked me about the new crash course details. So guys, the crash course is starting from 20th July, and if you are interested, this is the link which is available in the description box or in the chat box, also in the comment section also. When you click on that, please use the coupon code SMCC. The crash course is actually worth rupees 24,998. You can get it for 2,999. Okay. Yes, this is for JEE main and advanced both. You will get prepared for both. Okay. Okay. If you are interested in a exclusive test series where you will get 10 FLTs, live discussions, and unlimited doubt solving session, So if you are not interested in a course but you just want to attempt test, that option is also available. For that, this is the link which is again available in the description box. Look for the description box for this link. When you will click there, don't forget to use the coupon code, and the test series, which is actually worth rupees almost 10,000, could be yours for just 13.99. Okay, guys. And for those who are still not on our Telegram channel but want to join for assignment solutions, study material, and daily updates, guys, the link is available in the description box. This is the link. Follow this and join the Vedantu's J channels Telegram group. Okay, people. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. If you did, then give me that thumbs up by clicking on the like button. Share with your friends and do subscribe to the channel right now. And also, don't forget to press this bell icon so that whenever your Mogambo comes live, you get the notification. Okay? Yes, you will have free mock test also, definitely. Yes, definitely. My lectures are also there. Okay? Chalo then, guys. Bye bye. Time for next session for all of you at 8 o'clock. Okay? Bye bye, guys. Good night. Take care.